Harry the Rainmaker. Prince says it's alright, I've got my wife. As Meghan steps in to hold an umbrella over his head when official goes to help him, after royals bring rain to drought-hit rural Australian town. This is the touching moment. Meghan Markle shielded Prince Harry from torrential rain as he delivered an inspiring speech to struggling farmers on the second day of the couple's Australian tour. The Duchess of Sussex smiled as she stepped in to help her husband when the heavens opened in Dubbo, New South Wales today. As the mayor offered his umbrella to shelter the prince from the rain, Harry joked, "It's all right, I've got my wife." But the torrential downpour did little to deter the Dubbo community, with a crowd of 15,000 people turning out to greet the royal couple. Harry said the rain was a gift for drought-hit local farmers, and spoke of how visiting the rural town reminded him of his time working as a jackaroo on a remote cattle property in Australia during his gap year. He also urged drought-stricken farmers to seek help battling their mental struggles, just like he did when tackling his own demons following the death of his mother Princess Diana. 64 years ago my grandparents, the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, were right here visiting all of you. It's a great pleasure to be able to visit this area now and be able to report back how much life has changed in the Great Western Plains region since then, Prince Harry said in his speech at Dubbo's Victoria Park. Coming here brings back memories of 2003 when I spent some time on a small 16,000-hectare property in Roma in Queensland chasing cows through the bush, and it was great. I perfected the Great Aussie Salute. The greatest part about visiting country Australia is the people. You are the salt of the earth, honest, hard-working and as tough as they come. That resilience, sense of humor and commitment to the land are what make you unique. You are the backbone of this country. To laughter from the crowd, the drenched prince said, despite recent welcome rain, it is going to take a lot more and a long time to recover. You are all the toughest people out there, the most persistent, the ones who can weather the storm or the drought. Prince Harry said while rural Australians had a lot to be proud of, I know that life has not been easy, in reference to the devastating drought. It must be hard not to lose hope when you endure so many dry months knowing you are powerless to do anything about it, the Duke of Sussex said. The rich traditions of the Australian outback are legendary. You have a lot to be proud of. But I know that life has not been easy. You have just lived through 2 years of drought. And despite welcome rain it's going to take a lot more and a long time to recover. People in many farming communities generally don't feed themselves before they need. They are often more isolated. Social networks are smaller and there is still a stigma surrounding mental health. We know that suicide rates in rural and remote areas are greater than in urban populations and this may especially be true among young men in remote regions. But outside all of that, here's what I also know. You are one huge community and with that comes an unparalleled level of internal support and understanding. All you need to do is ask for it. Chances are they may well be suffering too, and will relish the opportunity to either listen or talk themselves. You need to know a part of being strong and tough is having the courage to ask for help when you need it. You must not silently suffer. If I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better. Prince Harry said the royal couple have been impressed and inspired by stories of Australians rallying together to help one another during adversity. Your culture of mateship and reputation for looking out for each other ensures that when people are ready to ask for help they will be heard. The royal couple got the chance to meet a number of local children during their time in Dubbo, which made for touching scenes in light of their recent baby announcement. They made a new friend in Luke Vincent, a 5-year-old in kindergarten at Buninyong Public School. The boy, who has Down syndrome, was overjoyed to meet Harry and Meghan when his turn came, and he just couldn't stop hugging the delighted royal couple. The youngster stroked Harry's beard and ruffled the prince's hair before handing the Meghan a bouquet of flowers, to the smiles and applause of the throngs of schoolchildren waving flags and holding welcome messages at the regional city's airport. The little boy was transfixed by the Duke's facial hair, according to the school's principal Anne Van Dartel. He got a hug from Meghan and then Harry bent down to speak to him and Luke didn't give him any choice. Luke's favorite person in the world is Santa Claus, who has a beard. So he rubbed Harry's beard, she said. It's been a wonderful experience for these little country kids to meet people they've only ever seen on TV. Forecast train held off while the children jumped up and down with anticipation, cheering as the couple came down the steps from their RAF jet for the second full day of their royal tour. Despite running behind schedule, Harry and Meghan took their time with the school children, the prince bouncing around energetically and Meghan kneeling down to speak to them. Ms van der Tel said of the royal couple's visit to Dubbo, whose farming community has been hit by the devastating drought in recent months, "This is a real morale boost." James Fogg, 11, from Eumungery Public School, which has just 9 pupils, told Harry he wanted to be a helicopter pilot, with the Duke replying, "Good choice, good man. This is so exciting for Dubbo. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet them," James said. 5-year-old Lyra Rose, of Dubbo South Public School, said, "It's the first time I have met a princess and I will remember it forever." While school captain Molly Hopkins Davis, 12, said, "Harry asked us when we had rain. They seemed to know a lot about the drought." Millie Sutcliffe, 10, from Dubbo South Public School, hugged both royals. "My wish came true. I said congratulations on the baby and they thanked me. I said I love you guys and I got a hug. They said, thank you for coming to meet us, you guys are awesome." Lachlan Eddy and Tyson Salt, both 12, from Dubbo West Public School, had Meghan in stitches as they performed some energetic dance moves. "She said it was very funny," Lachlan said.